So, last time, we finally took down Lanolay, but not before she set the satellite to superheat all of the materials under the water to cause a mass global pandemic.
I had the music up way too loud, and it was just like staring at that dead body. Bum, 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 bum.
It's terrifying.
You know, I think we can get through this if we just believe in our countries enough.
Agreed. Yeah, you know, I think that their ability to handle not only like sudden, but also like climate-based catastrophe, very well documented.
Yeah, they shouldn't have sent in Nina Williams. They should have sent in the entire UN.
Like the fucking hot weather is coming to kill you. Look that bitch straight in the eye, put your hands on your chest, and sing your national anthem.
if we all hold hands
with your bathing shorts on, because it is very warm now.
Yeah.
But that's nice, though.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta make do with what you get.
So, we stole Lucas's pocket watch off of his dead body, and that was very important because it's the key to turning off the satellite. So, what you need to do is that each of the hour bits on the clock is a specific symbol. And you need to create the 3 symbols on the stopwatch in a certain amount of time in order to turn off the satellite.
Hey, Chirps, I have a question. Did every terrorist organization just play Myst?
Yes.
I was gonna say, there's something about this that feels extremely like one of the mini-games in Final Fantasy VIII when you're trying to turn off the missile strike.
A little bit, yeah. Maybe a little more simple.
Self-destruct sequence activated. All personnel, please evacuate immediately.
It's him.
Activating emergency authorization system.
So, first things first, we got to get our final security access. Now I've got the yellow card. Now we can open up every door.
I was really hoping you were gonna say, we gotta get our final fingerprints, but we got that last episode.
Yeah, unfortunately we already got all the fingerprints and gold coins. They don't put them in the escape sequence. I think they're still there if you want to try to run somewhere, but you will not make it. Anyways, there's a door there that we can take for a secret exit, but there's a little Easter egg if we go down the way we came.
Wow.
It takes a little bit longer, but we have plenty of time to kind of do this, at least on normal difficulty.
At least if you do a jump cut.
Yeah. They reduce the amount of time if you are on harder difficulties, but Edgar's body is gone. Where could it be? He only left his gun.
Well, one of them.
Yeah.
Could have left a cooler gun, at the very least.
Yeah. And you can see there's blood trail, so we'll follow that. But also there's a bunch of robots that we have to fight. This is what we saved the railgun for. During this escape sequence, it's just infinitely easier to not actually worry about or engage with any of the enemies as it is.
But you will... you still have time to pick up the peppermints, of course.
Well, yeah. Come on.
I mean, that's the time he gets afforded by using the railgun.
Yeah.
Waste not, once not, Jay.
No, I think that's right.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
I like to think it's like just like the regular like peppermints you get at like a restaurant, like once you're done eating.
No, they're the kinds that they leave on your pillow at a hotel.
Mm-hmm. Or at the bottom of a bag from a Sonic restaurant.
Right. See, as you see, they just throw 1,000 more robots at you, which is why we saved all our railguns.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Makes sense. All like the normal people would have run away by now.
That's right. And speaking of running away, we find that the sub that we used to get down there initially is missing. Did Edgar take it? Who knows? But that's the little Easter egg that they have here.
That's the Easter egg. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Thanks. That was worth it.
Is that they figure out where your body is. Yeah, no, it was worth using all of my railgun ammo.
Yeah, be on the lookout for Tekken's Nina Williams 2, The Return of Edgar.
Oh, that'd be a cool name.
Yeah.
They should put him in Tekken 8 and he still, like, trails blood behind him. And his super is getting into a submarine, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they put Edgar Grant in that game, that would rule. Like his little throwback is just like, oh, it's been... Because this is pre-Tekken 1, so it's gotta have been at least, like, what, she was in cryostasis for like 20 years or something?
Something like that. Enough for Steve Fox to become a grown boxer man.
Wait,
Yeah, so he's like an old man at this point.
wait, so this is before she was in cryostasis?
Yeah, this is all pre-Tekken 1. This is before the first tournament happened.
Oh, I thought
Oh.
she was in cryostasis between Tekken 1 and 2.
Yeah, and also Anna Williams got so sad about her sister being in cryostasis for 50 years that she also did that.
Right. It's solidarity.
Yeah.
Anyways, I stick around here a little longer than usual because I wanted the countdown to be able to play out, which just makes it shake. That doesn't actually do anything, but it does make 4 robots come and attack you. So, last time we were in here, this is where we got the key to all of the J robots. There was a capsule that we shot out that had a robot in it. If we hadn't done that before, we would need to do that now, because this is our exit plan. Instead of exiting any other way, we're actually going to use a capsule to shoo ourselves out of the cruise ship.
Cool.
I mean, it's better than taking a lifeboat.
I guess so. I mean, it turned out the lifeboat was also like a cannon, so probably there's not enough space for a person in it. But yeah, so we've created an empty one many videos ago. So, welcome to the final fight of Tekken's Nina Williams in Death by Degrees. We face off against Anna once again, who, like last time, is a clone of us who can do all of our super moves but easier because she doesn't have to actually deal with the mechanics of the game. She has way more HP, she does way more damage, and there are environmental hazards in this. Like last time, you can fall over the side of the boat and fall into the water and die. Also, as you can see in the background, there are barrels that shoot out of the fire, and after a certain amount of time will explode, doing a huge amount of damage to either you or Anna, depending on who's within range.
Okay, but can you kick Anna off the boat?
I mean, you saw in the last episode, the last time we fought her, that she could fall off the bridge. It's likely that she could fall off of the ship as well.
Okay, but you never tested it.
Well, save it for later in the video. Anyways, my general strategy with this is I try to stay as close to the edge, like where the wall is, as possible, because it's much easier to see the barrels there, and you have way less of a chance of falling off. The problem is that the camera gets really bad as soon as you're up against what it considers a solid object. So it's like, ultimately, it's probably better to kind of stay here in the middle, but it just... it just doesn't feel like you have as much much opportunity to run away from a barrel depending on where they go, or they're just more likely to hit you. there you can see it hitting Anna. The same thing happens to you if you get hit by it, but I would never.
Right. You're a professional.
That's right.
Didn't really seem to do much, though.
It doesn't do as much to her. It does a lot more to you.
Yeah, weird.
It is definitely just bonus damage, which absolutely I will take.
Well, no, this is just, like, signifying that they are, like, regressing to, like, childish squabbles.
Ah, I see. It's true, just like sisterly rivalries.
Yeah.
Anna's final move is gonna be, like, swinging her arms wildly, and if you run into it, it's your fault.
That's right.
This entire game is just a prequel to that one Tekken ending that's just one of them, like, stealing the other one's shoes.
Yeah. So, every third of her life bar that you take off, it will play a little cinematic, just letting you know you're on a different stage. It doesn't change anything, you don't heal, nothing. It's just letting you know that you've made it to another stage of the fight. I don't think Anna changes either, she doesn't get, like, more aggressive or anything.
Well, she unlocked her slap move.
Right. Also, I didn't include the menuing in it, but I have, for the sake of trying to make this fight go at a normal speed, I am full of essential oils, and I refill at each third of the fight.
I was gonna ask, like, can't you, like, drink one of your, like, 27 different bottled waters to get a bunch of meter?
Yeah, you could increase your focus meter by drinking water. You could eat during this to increase health. I'm just like, I got it in my head that, like, showing off that you can do it without doing that is more interesting than just, like, cheesing my way through any of these fights. Yeah! Anyways, I missed because she gets to the opposite side of me. I still hit, but it didn't do any of the cool animations.
So, do, like, the little colors under your bars, that means you're all essential oiled up?
Yeah, one of them is attack, one of them is defense, and one of them is speed.
That means, like, you got, like, all the free samples at the Bed Bath & Beyond?
Yeah. And at the Costco. They let me drink the essential oils there to give them a shot.
Nina Williams is so fucking basic, she doesn't even go to the Sephora.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, she, like, just walks straight past the Bath and Body Works.
Yeah. So, another thing about this fight, again, she has very similar attacks to you, or she has the same moveset as you. You kind of find that ultimately, like, just kind of constantly attacking, because attacking is also blocking if you hit at the same time, is super effective unless she starts doing special moves, at which point you need to be dodging out. So it's just a lot of moving. It doesn't allow for a lot of space to just, like, constantly hit. You definitely have to be much more aware of what Anna is doing.
All the Tekken characters can actually do projectile moves, they just refuse to do them during fighting game.
Right, because of Bushido.
Except for Law when he pulls his gun. Was that ever actually real? Could he ever do that?
I don't think he could.
No, right?
But also, like, Law is one of those guys that has, like, 200 moves, so
Yeah.
he might as well.
I mean, it's Tekken, they all do.
In, like, the later Tekkens, when you can, like, customize characters, you can, like, give them guns, and that'll give them a gun special move.
That's true, you can give Geese Howard a gun.
That's fucked up. Geese doesn't need a
That
gun.
seems wrong.
I love just Akuma with a shotgun, it's so cool.
Yeah? God, imagine doing like the fucking demon rush, but you just had a shotgun cocked in your hands. You would be the coolest motherfucker alive.
I was just imagining Akuma doing the fucking Saejima hunting minigame. You know, how to survive.
I think my go-to thing was just like Akuma, but wearing a t-shirt. Like something about that simplicity really tickled me.
Akuma in a big dog shirt.
I keep forgetting that Akuma was in the game, and I keep thinking you mean Kuma? Which also very cool.
Yeah.
Akuma would definitely have a gun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Post this, motherfucker.
Oh.
Anyways, that's not canonically how this fight went. Canonically, this fight went much worse. I did this effectively when I came into this the first time. This was like a practice run. Didn't really expect to do it. Anna is very difficult, especially if you're not playing with the ability to just heal all the time. So it just it's a rough fight, especially if you just start losing ground a little bit. You start to lose it a lot more. And things like that make it that much harder. Yeah, just like the barrels are random and will just get in your way most of the time.
Can you use weapons on this fight, or is that not honorable?
No, all of your weapons explode in the capsule. But as you can see, some of the railing is gone, so as spoken before, there are ring outs in this.
Who
but if
said
you just
that?
ricochet her off,
The sun's gonna set soon. Let's move on. I've had enough. You're wasting my time. Hey, the kids stay, so don't push your luck, pal. I've got an itchy trigger finger. What the? You bastard! Nina! Nina! Take it!
Now it even cease.
With any luck, we won't need your help. But if the time comes, we'll be counting on you, Sweeper.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an ending.
What an ending and what a game. What did we all think about this this sole side game in the beloved Tekken fighting game series?
So I think this game was more interesting to me than it looked like a very good game, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, like it feels in a way like a weird sort of thing where they were trying to apply, like, how do I say it? Just a sort of weird, like, formula to the Metal Gear Solid / action brawler shit, and just kind of all melded it together and ended with kind of a weird mess. Not in a super bad way, but I don't know, I just think it's interesting way.
Yeah. Definitely, I would say that it is a game that is, like, less than the sum of its parts, but I think that what it stands for is very interesting. I think that it has a lot of good ideas that just don't come together because of the way that they're implemented.
It's a bit of like a vegetable medley, but there's like a whole duck and then a wrench also inside of it.
Right.
It really feels, it very much reminds me of like a bygone era of this style of game existing, like very much feeling like both as a way of spin-off games in an entirely different genre from the games that they are spun off from, but also games that very much feel like they are like very directly aping the style of another very popular game of that time. Like, sure, we have those these days also, but not at the same like level of budget and such.
Yeah, this kind of like very specific spy thriller kind of game was really PS2 only.
Yeah, there are so many times throughout this game where I was just thinking about spy fiction, for example, which also like this extremely similar style of game, like not gameplay wise, but the entire premise basically. Like the PS2 really was the MGS console basically.
Yeah, like the sort of pseudo-stealth mechanics, the like different ways that you can handle combat scenarios. It's like halfway there, but like you can't like stealth the game. It still requires you to fight all the time.
Well, the stealth mechanics are so weird in this because it's not the core of the game, right? Like the failure of like failing stealth is that you get to do the fights the game is mostly designed around.
Right.
Well, it's not even like a failure of stealth. It's like the game wants you to not be in stealth. It's not like a failure on your part. It's just the game playing as it's designed to be.
But I mean, that's why stealth is so weird, because it's a very all-encompassing, Yeah,
it very much reminds one of how like this was very much the Tom Clancy era.
Oh yeah. You had some terrorists, and they wanted to destroy the world, and you could never figure out why the fuck they wanted to do that.
Yeah. And there's a whole lot of covert ops.
They found a new way to destroy the world, and they thought, hey, let's give it a go.
Yeah. But so, that's not the end of it. That may be the end of the story, but there's a lot of bonus stuff that we'll need to go over next time.